you live in London, so I want to know, do you get recognized more there or here? Like, what's that like?
I would say, do you know, it's a bit of both. You get I would say it's probably a bit more extreme in London. I got a very random thing recently in which I was at an event and this girl came up to me and she said, will you draw on me?
Draw on
And I was
me,
like, okay, and she shoved this pen in my hand. She said, I want you to draw Picket, which is this kind of little stick insect from Fantastic Beasts. Will you draw Picket on my arm? I literally had a biro and I was being sort of pulled off in one way and I did a kind of quick scribble like this. And then I was shown a photo a couple of days later and this girl had gone and had it tattooed.
She had it tattooed?
Yes.
So now you're a tattoo artist?
I mean, which is only horrifying because had I known that was going to be indelibly on her skin for the rest of her life, I might have paid a bit more attention. It looks like a sort of...
I mean, but it's a one of a kind. Okay, I do got to ask you this. If she came back and asked you to autograph her skin, would you do it? Because it's your art.
I mean, for sure I would.
You would?
But I'm sure she wouldn't after she's got that horrific thing.
Oh my goodness! When was the last time you had to see each other? Do you remember?
I saw you when you were doing The Voice in the UK, and I came and helped you mentor, and that was fun.
That's that moment right there.
I wish I could blow my hair.
It looks so good. And do you remember when we? Let's see, we did a song, Love Is Your Color, right?
And we duetted together on a song for a movie, which was amazing. Like, I just love you so much and love your voice.
I'm a fan.
So it was such a beautiful moment for me to do that with you.
It's always a dream to sing with you and just be in your presence.
Being with you.
Because you know what? It's different when you come from, like, similar backgrounds. Like, you were on, was it X Factor?
Yes,
I was on American Idol.
Yeah.
It's like it's only a small group of people that share a similar experience. When you say...
Yeah, not a lot of artists come up that way, so it was a very similar experience, and we both had Simon.
I like how you brought that up. We both had... But he was much nicer to you back then.
Do you know what? You got like he got nicer as the years went on. You did.
Yes.
You did Idol like before me, and then I was a bit later. He was getting a little bit nicer then. So I think I had a bit of a better experience.
So that's when the transition happened.
Yeah, and then I think now that he has his son, he's like really nice.
He is.
He's like gone the opposite now. So, yeah.
I love how you put that together because I was trying to figure out, like, hey, you know, he was my first guest for the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a whole new Simon. I was like, what happened to the old Simon?
People change.
People
it's good. Change for the better.
For the better.
Nice.
I'm very emotional right now. I am.
I love it.
I really, really am. I'm very emotional.
Oh, my God. Simon
and I feel terrible after seeing it.
You feel terrible?
I feel so bad. By the way, happy birthday.
You brought me flowers.
First of all, I brought you flowers. What do I give the lady who has everything?
Oh.
This.
Thank you.
I
want to sit it.
It's
sit
for
it
you.
right here for me.
We'll keep it here. My God, you know, I have to tell you, Jennifer.
Come a little closer,
Sorry,
Simon.
I felt very emotional
Come on,
when
even
I saw.
closer, Simon.
I felt.
Come on, can I
thought
hold
you were
my
going to
flowers?
slap me after those
I would
tapes.
never smack you. I'm so grateful to have you here.
Do you know what? When I got the call, first of all, when I heard that you've got your own talk show, I thought, this is unbelievable, fantastic. And then no, seriously, this is big. First thing I said to Jennifer when I came up, this is big. And then when I was said, would you be the first guest? I'm like, seriously? After what happened? But I've always wanted this opportunity to talk to you about, you know, when we met and just how proud I am of everything you've achieved. And
thank you.
Now you're here with your own show. This is amazing, Jennifer.
Wow.
This is like a Hollywood movie.
Wow. You know what? As I told them, you guys are all a part of my dream. And yes, you were my wish. I was like, I want Simon Cowell. To me, y'all, it feels like going back to grade school or high school, and you check in with that teacher like, am I doing okay now?
You're doing brilliant.
Am I doing all right?
Yeah, well, look, are you doing okay? Well, you've won an Oscar, you've won every award in the world, you're one of the most famous people in the world. Yeah, you're doing all right.
So you're from England.
I'm from England, yeah.
Yes.
That's why I sound a bit different.
Yeah, I was like, wow, you mastered that accent.
Oh, I
Damn.
don't know if I mastered that accent. It's still a struggle. It was a struggle every day, but you know, I tried. I've watched enough American movies and TV shows, I think, to kind of imitate. But yeah, it's definitely not something that comes naturally.
It sounds amazing to me. You
Thank
did
you.
pretty well.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. And growing up in England, you were a fan of David Beckham and the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like most
think
British
we
people.
all are.
Yeah, I think even the Americans have embraced
Yes.
the Beckhams like one of their own. But yeah, I mean, before I kicked a soccer ball, every time before I kicked a soccer ball, I'm so used to saying soccer now, football as we would call it. But yeah, I would shout out his name, pretending I was him. And then, of course, he married the woman of my dreams, you know, my favourite Spice Girl.
Wow.
Bosh Spice. Yeah, so I mean, I've had very near meetings with them, but never actually had the opportunity. So unless they're here right now...
No, maybe next time, okay? Maybe next time. So your parents is David and Victoria Beckham. That is amazing. I mean, we can't imagine that, right? Did you travel a lot of places? What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, I was always very lucky enough to be able to travel to these, you know, amazing places. Yeah, you know, I love traveling, so I was lucky enough to be able to do that.
Now, when did you realize your parents were famous?
Probably when I went to the football games in Manchester at Old Trafford, when everyone was like singing my dad's name.
That's you. Do you remember that moment?
Not that exact moment, but I do remember. I do remember sometimes going on the pitch with my dad. Yeah.
Aw, do you play at all?
I'm actually playing tonight.
You are?
Yeah, I started playing again.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. And now you're married and you're celebrating your 1-year anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, and you changed your name
Amazing.
to include your wife's name. That is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
Thank you.
How did that happen? Why did you want to do that?
You know, it was my idea because I wanted to, you know, honor her family's last name as well. And, you know, I thought, like, you know, when we have kids, I think, like, it'll be so cute to have little Peltz Beckhams running about. So it was kind of like, I just thought of it and it was just...
I think that is
nice thing.
so amazing. Oh, my God, I love that so much.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. You want a big family?
Yes, I want as many kids as my wife wants. I want a lot, but it's obviously up to her.
Ah, I like this the husband to have right here, don't you think? You know what? I bet you can make like anything sound like a love song. You don't know about that?
I don't know about that.
I think we should try to see. Yeah. See, because listen, Seal. So I got a few topics. And then we got Charles over there on the keys. So I came up with the idea that, you know, I give you a few topics and you can see if you can make it sound romantic, like a love song, calling it From Seal with Love. What y'all think about that? You think you can handle that?
Oh, I like the picture and the graphics.
Are you ready?
Okay.
You ready to try? All right. Since you worked at McDonald's, Cardi B and Offset has a meal. They have a meal at McDonald's.
The Cardi B meal.
Cardi B and Offset meal.
Okay.
Yeah, you gonna give us a try?
I have to have a seal meal. Oh, okay. The Cardi B Offset meal at McDonald's. 1 cheeseburger with some barbecue sauce, a large Coca,
Oh my God!
a quarter pounder,
Yes, Seal!
icy and orange lover too, large fries, hot flaky pies.
That was so good! Oh my God! You make me want some McDonald's. Will you come back again to see us? Your journey is so interesting. You started out as a teacher?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I was a teacher. I used to teach English as a foreign language, and then one day I was in a... Where do you want me to sit? So you're sitting back?
You sit how you want to sit. You at the house, girl. You relax how you want to relax. You need a blanket? I got some snacks in my purse, too. What you need?
But I was at a pub on a Friday night after a week of teaching, and a man came up to me. We started arguing at the pub, and then he thought I was funny, and he said that I should be on television, and he told me there was a nationwide open call to replace Alexa Chung, who was a very famous British TV host at the time. And so I said, no, I would never work in television. It's full of really stupid people. And I wasn't wrong. But then he said it was £1,000 a day, which is what like a teacher makes in a month.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, sorry, what was the email?
Yes.
And my integrity flew out of that pub. And I went to the open call, and a week later, I was on national television live as the new presenter on one of the biggest youth entertainment shows in history.
Look at that! Wow. So you say it's a great life lesson when because people are afraid to say yes to things?
I think people are afraid of failure. I think we have a really unhealthy relationship with failure, whereas I have a maniacal relationship with failure where I run at it, you know? Like I think if you try when success isn't guaranteed, that you're a legend, you know, because it means you're putting your ego down. And so even if things go really wrong, it only makes for a funny story for your friends. And so really, like, if you're not gonna literally die, why not?
Why not?
Try?
I agree with that. I always say you will always see me try, and there's nothing wrong with trying, right?
No, exactly. And look how many different things, look how many boxes you have broken out of from being a contestant on American Idol to now where you are. And you're so good at it.
Thank you. You started out as a performer in a boy band?
Well,
Tell me about that.
I think we might be getting ahead of ourselves.
Ourselves?
I was in school. I've tried to form a boy band.
Okay.
With my friends, me, Jay, Gav, Jimmy, and Tom. And we were called Insatiable.
Insatiable.
And we... No.
No?
You actually met that with the right response. Which is how everybody else met it, which is, that sounds weird. But yeah, I loved it. We used to do the dance routines, everything. But we'd walk around saying we were a boy band. We never actually sort of played a proper show.
No?
It was just, yeah. And I was the only one interested really in singing, and they would just thought, oh, this might be a good way to meet girls. So that was really, that's what it was.
About how old were you when you started this? Because I used to be in a singing group too. So I'm curious to know, you know, because I started in like high school with the group. So how old were you when you were in the group?
Well, oh look, there you are there.
That's me in Final Notice.
Yeah.
I was 15.
Yeah. I was about 15 probably.
You were?
But I don't know if this is the same as you. I used to sing at church on Sundays. So we grew up in the Salvation Army. Okay. My mum and dad and me and my sisters. So that's where I would sing all the time in the church there. But you know, I was like you. I couldn't stop performing. I wanted to do it whenever I possibly could. Really, that's all I ever wanted to do.
I totally agree with that. Okay, you got tattoos.
I've got many. I've got over 30.
How many tattoos do you have?
Over
30?
30 tattoos now, yeah.
What's the newest one?
I have a pufferfish here.
Why a pufferfish? How do you pick your tattoos?
Honestly, what's that?
How do you pick your tattoos? And then
I'm quite reckless. I like just on the day I'm like.
You do it randomly?
Yeah, let's go for it. Just do it.
Oh.
Because I've got so many bad ones that I just don't care anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't care.
I have to ask you then. What's your least favorite tattoo that you have?
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember them all?
Yeah, when I was like a very overly emotional, like late teens, I got the word alone on my arm. How embarrassing is that? No, it's okay, I'm fine. But I'm a weirdo for getting that. So yeah, I got that, so I got a duck on top of that. So
you have
the duck isn't alone.
A fish? Alone?
Yeah.
Okay, would you get one on your face?
I've got a sexy strawberry as well on my thigh.
A what?
It's a strawberry, and she's in like hills and fishnets, and she's got a bra on. Yeah, it's great.
That sounds fitting. I like that.
It's great.
Now, you want to get one on your face?
When I'm 70, I think I'll get one on my face.
When you're 70?
Yeah, through my life, I'm just going to fill up. And then when I hit for my 17th birthday, I'll get something here, probably.
It's going to be small or something?
Small, yeah. And then 80th will be like, whoa.
Oh, you're going all the way out for 80?
Yeah, huge.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
I have a little gift for you.
You got a gift for me?
I do have a gift for you. I have a gift for you. It's right here. Because I know that you collect mugs.
I do.
So I wanted to give you a mug. This is from England, and it's a bone china mug, which I don't know if you're a coffee drinker or a tea drinker.
Both.
But both? Okay, good. You have to have like a good English tea out of like a bone china mug. It tastes completely different.
Oh, I bet you it's good and fancy. Oh, my God. And I'm going to add it to my collection in my mug wall. So Happy New Year. Did you do anything for it?
You know, I'm not like I enjoy New Year's, but I think, you know, there's like a lot of pressure to have like a great New Year. So what I like to do is I like to go into the new year with the sort of energy that I want to continue throughout the year. So I'm a big vision board person.
Nice.
So yeah, so my New Year's Eve was, and always is, I sit down, I make a vision board of all the things I like want for the next year, want to achieve, want to bring into my life. So, you know, like, if you want to go on holiday, you find some clipping in a magazine, stick it on there. So.
I love that. I'm going to have to steal that.
Yeah, it's like a fun New Year's Eve tradition for me now.
That's a cool idea.
I like it.
That's nice. Okay, give it a hand for that. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.